What's going on, yo? It's another day on the Day One podcast. I'm your co-host, Anthony. I got my co-host, Kyle. Say what's up. What's happening, y'all? Let's get this shit going, baby.
Hey, Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Can you believe we're in 2026, bro?
Crazy.
2016, arguably the best year in history.
The
was
2026, the year Anthony's freedom dies.
Yeah. This is the year my freedom dies. It's all good. But 2016, a decade ago, already.
Yeah, bro. All right, can we agree for a second? 2016 was peak life for kids our age.
It was peak.
Peak. Absolute peak.
You had to be there. It was absolute peak.
Bro, every medium you look at, it was peak, bro. There was a fucking awesome, even down to, things that happened in the world. Like, there was a solar eclipse, bro, in the middle of summer that never happens. Music was peak.
Yep.
Media was peak. Superhero shit is peak, and that's my shit.
Sports was peak.
Sports was peak. Literally. That was what? That was the 2016 finals with the 3-1 comeback. Was that also Chicago? Chicago Cubs winning it for the first time?
I think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kobe's
Brady's
last year?
3 comeback.
Kobe's last year?
Kobe's last year.
Yep. Steph's unanimous MVP. It just peak. I think Drake's Views came out then. Post Malone's Beer Bongs and Bentleys came out then.
The Drake and Meek Mill beef was then too.
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Was that 2015 or 2016? I can't remember.
Yeah. But either way, it was culturally relevant in 2016.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything about 2016 was peak. Fidget spinners.
That's more of a 2017 thing.
I guess, yeah.
Bro, that 2017 is going to be 10 years from now next year.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Bro, we graduated. We graduated in 2019.
Bro,
almost 7 years ago.
This is going to be 10 years old next year, bro. Oh, my God.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, technically, it would be 9 because it was played in 2018.
Right.
But still, crazy how time moves. But anyway, one thing that remains constant, it's another day on the Day One podcast. How y'all doing? I'm your co-host, Anthony. I got my co-host, Kyle. Say what's up, bro.
What's up, dude?
Hey. Glad y'all could ring in the new year with the boys. New year, new us.
Mm-hmm.
We locking in.
Yep. And as much as shit tends to change, shit stays the same. You're gonna get your podcast. You're gonna we're gonna go into the offseason, getting all excited for the draft and the free agency. We're pushing up to the playoffs here, starting I think next weekend, right? Is there a bye? Next weekend, yeah.
Nope. Next weekend, super wild card weekend. We'll discuss it a little bit. Next week, we'll really get into it and make our playoff predictions. But this week, we're going to have a little more fun show for you.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing New Year's resolutions for every NFL team. We'll get into it. But before we do that, drop a like, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss a single video. It's the start of 2026. First day. We here.
Mm-hmm.
Hit that like. It's a free 99. Don't cost you a single thing. Hit the subscribe. Support the boys.
Yep.
We're trying to run it up. We're trying to get the 2K.
Mm-hmm.
2K say. This fella right here.
Yeah. Yeah. Also 4.1 yards a carry this year. What is that about? Below league average? Below league average.
Offensive line. We ain't below league average, though.
I would say on the year, you guys feel like a league average team.
I'm talking about us as a program, not the birds.
Okay, that's true. We are above league average, I would say.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm. What do you think our channel averages yards per carry? 4.7? 4.8?
Probably
we ain't eclipsing 5. Derrick Henry and them run 5. You know what I mean?
Right.
Busting with the boys runs 5.5. You know what I'm saying?
All right, so we probably like 4.6.
A respectable David Montgomery year.
Could be worse.
Yeah, David Montgomery's second year with the Bears. That's our peak. That's our peak. Oh God. All right, dude, let's get right into this shit. Let's give our resolution. So what this is going to be, it's basically like anything that we think a team needs to do by the end of this season, something they need to focus on in the offseason, something they need to focus on next year. It could be organizationally. It could be their coaching staff. It could be a player. It could be social media based. It could be whatever. But this is what each team must do. It's a resolution that they should have based off of our opinion going into 2026, because even the best teams in the league have something to improve on. So, yeah. All right, let's get right into it. So I got the list. Let's start off with the Arizona Cardinals. My New Year's resolution, I've got one for this team. I think they need to decide whether they're going to commit to Kyler Murray long term, because it feels like every season we go into it talking about how Kyler Murray's going to take a jump. And then by halfway through the season, they're going to move off him. They're going to keep him because they have to, because they're paying him too much money. I think they need to just make a choice on that. And if they're not going to commit, bring in a secondary option, because he unfortunately has to stay on the team with that. No one's going to trade for that. But like he's got to remain on the roster as it sits. So they need to make a decision on that. That's their New Year's resolution for 2026.
Yeah, that's not a bad New Year's resolution. I'd probably say for me, that's one, and another one actually more, organizationally, they got to make a decision on the coach. Jonathan Gannon, he's had some fire in his gut the last few years, but this year you could probably put an asterisk on it with the amount of injuries they had. But again, they've had consecutive losing seasons. And now you're at a crossroads with the quarterback having to blow this thing up once again.
Yep.
Where do you go from there? And obviously quarterback and coach are going to be the biggest things. So I think they have to make a decision. Are we going with Kyler or are we going with Jonathan Gannon?
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. And Jonathan Gannon is a defensive head coach, and they've given up the 4th most points this season. That's not necessarily a recipe for success, but they've also haven't scored very much either. And that's kind of on the quarterback as well. So,
yeah.
Okay. I like it. All right. On to the next one. Atlanta Falcons. Get
healthy.
Yeah, they need to get healthy, but I think more specifically, I think they need to go out and have a backup plan in place for Michael Penix moving forward. Not necessarily drafting another guy to where you don't necessarily commit to Michael Penix, because I think it's okay to with caution, but they need to bring in a guy like a Jacoby Brissett to back him up or something like that. Someone that they can have that's not a bridge, but like a guy that you're not going to have a huge talent fall off. Because I think Michael Penix has played well this season when he's been healthy.
Yeah.
But that's the biggest if.
You don't think they have that with Kirk Cousins?
I don't think so, because you're not going to be left with, if you need time, you're not going to get much from Kirk. Kirk's on his way out for sure. Like he could just retire to the end of the season if he wanted to. So I think they need to think about that and go out and get a guy that can back them up. Like go and get one of the young guys from the Saints, one of their quarterbacks, like Spencer Rattler or something, or go get a bridge guy that can, sling the rock a little bit for you, like a Jacoby Brissett, someone that you bring in. It's not going to challenge Michael Penix, like that he's not the guy, but someone that can come in and run an offense and not put you in positions to lose every week.
Yeah, I'm probably right there with you, because the first thing I think of with the Falcons is Michael Penix.
Yeah,
he's talented. great when healthy. But the knee injuries have ruined his career long term.
Yeah.
And we're at the point where, do we even think he can last because of all these injuries? Like, is this just going to be the running theme?
Yeah.
So yeah, I would definitely side with you.
Okay.
They need a contingency plan, whether it's a backup bridge guy they bring in or a draft guy, like whatever. They need something better.
Yeah.
I mean, they have with Kirk, but something that gives them a little bit more time.
Yeah. Like they need to put some form of asset into a backup quarterback. Because we've seen some teams, it works out for them very well.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hey,
for example, the
I
Cardinals, like they're not winning games, but they weren't with Kyler. Jacoby Brissett's been kind of nice for them the rest of the year.
Yeah. And hey, who knows what happens with our backup quarterback situation? Right. We got one that we can trade for draft capital if you need.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely say that's probably their New Year's resolution.
Okay. All right. Big hitter here. Baltimore Ravens. Ooh. My New Year's resolution for them is they need to stop paying old receivers and quarterbacks and expecting them to become number one receivers or cornerbacks on that team. Like they need to commit to a youth movement on both parts of that ball. Zay Flowers has been great for them. But even like in the tight end room, they just gave Mark Henry. Not Mark Henry. Jesus. They just gave Mark Andrews. Yeah. They just gave Mark Andrews a 3-year extension. He's injury prone. He's getting older. They have a backup tight end who's younger. That's good. That's had great success when Mark Andrews hasn't been there. Like, I think they need to commit to a youth movement in those two positions, because what they've been doing, cycling out old players, is just not working. DeAndre Hopkins is fun occasionally. Odell didn't work.
Jair Alex, but like he just wasn't like Rams Odell.
No.
But he was like okay, but not for.
But the problem is, even if you don't expect to get that version of him, like bringing in that name creates like a demand for the ball. Not necessarily even Odell saying it, but like your fan base, whether Odell is way past his prime or not, they're going to be like, why aren't you giving him 5-6 targets a game? You know what I mean? You brought in this guy who's got potential. Like, I think they need to really like look at themselves in the mirror and decide like we need to kind of cut our losses and go into the draft for these two positions.
Yeah, that's kind of where I sit with it too. Like, I mean, initial thought I was like blow it up, but more specifically, retool with a youth movement, because they are among the oldest teams, among the oldest defenses in the league too. I mean, we've seen Marlon Humphrey, he's barbecue chicken every once in a while. He's a good player, but I feel like at this point the name is bigger than what the player is on the field. Right. Jair Alexander didn't work out for them. They do have some young prospects on that secondary. But overall roster, I'm with you there, especially on that offense. I mean, other than Zay Flowers and Derrick Henry, they don't got much for Lamar Jackson to work with.
No, and they could have conversations about, is Lamar going to take us to a Super Bowl? I think Lamar can at some point if the right situation's there, but you can't upgrade from Lamar. So like you can't have that conversation. Plus you're paying him so much money. Like you can't have that conversation. You don't give up on a guy that's like at worst, on his worst day, a top 8 quarterback. You just don't.
Yeah, you can't do that. But like give him some pieces, retool it. Right. Like if I was the Ravens GM, I'm paying Isaiah Likely over Mark Andrews.
That was my first thought when they did that Mark Andrews deal. I was like, you got to be kidding me. When's the last time Mark Andrews has had like a top tight end type game too? Like I feel like I don't. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Hey, it ain't my team, but yeah, Isaiah Likely, you are an Eagle when Dallas Goedert walks.
Next team here, Buffalo Bills. I have an easy one for them. Stop claiming over-the-hill players off of waivers every single week. They never work. They never work. They rely on the waivers to like build out their wide receiver room and their defensive line, and it just does not work. Brandon Cooks is not going to do anything for you.
Yeah.
Amari Cooper did nothing for you. I think they've gotten another wide receiver this year, and they already released him. They've just been cycling out these players constantly. Yeah. Oh, Gabe Davis, they reclaimed him off of waivers.
Yeah. He's done nothing.
Right. Like, it's not going to work. Put draft capital into a receiver. Like, they need to go out and get Josh Allen a 1, because if he's not A++ 100% on his game every single week, it's not going to work, because these receivers are not going to match the Josh Allen mistake.
Even if he is on his A++ game, it might not be enough.
No.
Yeah, I'm maybe not stop claiming players off waivers.
No.
But my New Year's resolution, kind of in the same realm, would be surround your quarterback with weapons. You have a good defense. You have a great quarterback, a great run game. You need weapons.
Right.
You need a supporting cast if you want to take the next step.
Yes. I'm a firm believer that
your quarterback cannot will you to success like Patrick Mahomes has over the last few years. It caught up with Patrick Mahomes. We saw it this season.
6-10 with a blown out knee.
Yeah.
Yeah, it catches up to you. Now, like, the Chiefs wouldn't trade it for the world because of their success they've had. But, like, for the Bills, like, I genuinely, firmly believe the Bills can win a Super Bowl this year, next year, or the year after that. I firmly believe it because Josh Allen's that great. But they're not going to if they just, pray for a 150-yard rushing James Cook game.
Right.
And
or say, all right, Josh Allen, put it on your shoulders. Take us to the promised lands with a cooked Brandon Cooks and Shavers.
Right.
Who's Shavers?
What's the
Timu Stephon Diggs?
Yeah. I can't think of a worse wide receiver crew to win a Super Bowl. Maybe the 2008 Giants.
Yeah, but even them, they had Plaxico Burress.
That's true. They don't have anyone that's close to Plaxico Burress.
Yeah, like they had some dudes. They might have been a little bit older, but they had some dudes. The Bills, their best receiver is Khalil Shakir. Yeah. They run a lot of tight end. They run a lot of 13 personnel because their wide receivers are ass.
Right. Dawson Kincaid's a good, nice young player. He's not Brock Bowers. He's not Travis Kelce. He's never going to be a number one option on offense.
But he's good. And Dawson Knox is a solid tight end too. And then I can't remember their third tight end.
Jackson Haas.
Yeah. Solid, but again, like you need wide receivers that are going to keep the defense honest, spread them out.
Yep.
That's what I would say. Get Josh Allen some receivers. If they had like a Chris Olave, they'd be solid.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah. They just need a one, like a certified one. It doesn't need to be a top 15 one. Like we've seen it. Like even like the Chiefs when they first won the Super Bowl with Juju Smith-Schuster, he was coming off like 2 years removed from a 1,000-yard season when AB was there. Like even that was enough. They don't have that year Juju on that team either. Like there's just you're not going to get it done in today's NFL. And James Cook's I think a really good running back. I don't know if he's special. Like, I don't look at James Cook in the Saquon, Christian McCaffrey, Bijan realm.
He's like probably right underneath of that, but he's top of that second tier of like generational.
But he's not TD, like leaning on him the entire season all the way through a Super Bowl run.
Yeah,
he's not that level of back. So yeah, that's my resolution. They got to stop claiming these old run-of-the-mill receivers off of waivers and just commit to draft capital.
Stop claiming cheap. Stop claiming poor. Give your franchise quarterback some weapons to go win you a Super Bowl.
Yes. Carolina Panthers. They need to 100% commit to Ted McMillan being the future of that offense. They need to be targeting him like he is a Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase type because he is damn good.
Yeah. He's been solid.
Yep.
That's an interesting one. I would say be buyers. That's probably what I would say. Be a
Yeah.
buyer in free agency in the trade market, because I feel like Carolina, they are, probably one big move on offense, and probably a nice offseason of building the defense a little bit more
Yep.
away from being like a legit contender in the NFC.
Mm-hmm.
And you can say that about a lot of different teams in the NFC, but the Panthers have been pretty, up and down when it comes to, how they play offensively. A lot
Yep.
of times, they lean on the run game. Tet McMillan isn't getting used as much as he should.
Yep.
Be more of a focal point. But if they have a Tet and, another wide receiver,
Yep.
that'll open things up.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, I'd probably say be buyers, be spenders.
Yeah.
Because
Mm-hmm.
they're on the, I'd say they're also kind of on the New England Patriots track, where they're probably 1 or 2 seasons away from being like an actual contender, if all else remains the same.
Yeah.
Dave Canales is still there. Bryce Young is still developing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would say.
Yep.
You got the cap space.
Do it.
Get some guys.
I agree. Okay. Chicago Bears. This one's easy for me. No matter what happens in the playoffs, look at this season as a success. That's my resolution for them. Not every Roman Empire is built in a day. Not all teams and quarterbacks join the league and automatically dominate. This is a great stepping stone for Caleb Williams and this offense and this team. Double down on it going into the offseason. Don't change too much because it's working. Whether you go out in round 1 or make it to the Super Bowl, accept it as a successful season, especially in that division.
Right.
And, commit moving forward. That would be my resolution.
It's a good resolution. I don't know. I probably would have to say the kind of the same. I mean, they remind me a lot of what the Commanders were last year.
Yep.
I'd probably just say, build off of this success. I wouldn't say, go get veteran guys like, unction members in free agency, but they are, really close. They are probably contender this year, just because the NFC is so wide open. But they're probably like one more big move away from like being top dog.
Yep.
You have a young quarterback that's developing on a rookie deal. You got pieces around them.
Yeah.
The defense is solid. Like, I would say don't rest on your laurels.
No.
Just you're here.
Yep.
And prove that you're worthy of being here. Because Washington, they rested on their laurels.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, there's my resolution. Don't be the 2024 Washington Commanders.
Yeah. Yep, I agree. Look to improve, but don't change too much with the Bears. Just stay the course, because I don't think they're overachieving this year like Washington was last year. Because I think this team is younger, it's better, it should get better. Whereas the Commanders were like, we can double down on this, and everyone's all of a sudden 45 years old and injury prone. You know what I mean? It's not like that. It's different.
This is the difference between Chicago and Washington. Chicago is, that fine cooked steak that's just, simmering for a couple hours and, getting where it needs to be. Washington, we took that steak and just nuked it in the microwave.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what they did. They interjected a bunch of unction members, nuked the rebuild, and now, we're in the same boat. But yeah, Chicago, I feel like for Chicago standards, they probably are overachieving a little bit, considering, beginning of season expectations. But I mean, now that they're here and they like you said, They're younger. I feel like they're probably a better team than Washington was last year.
Yep.
They should be here to stay.
I
So
agree.
just keep building on that.
Yep. Cincinnati Bengals. This one's an easy one for me. Make your quarterback stop hating you. Because they need to change something fast because he's either going to retire or leave.
Yeah.
Like, he's done. And Joe Burrow is a quiet motherfucker. He's done, dude. Like, I don't even know if there is saving it at this point. He's done. He's over it.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's kind of on him too, because he was like, we need to keep both of my guys, and now they're paying 35-40% of their salary and 3 guys on offense, including himself.
Right.
But like, they need an offensive line. That defense is atrocious. That defense is 3 years away from being good. Or like, they need to hit round 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 all starters on defense in the draft. Like, they need to. Like, they're not fixing this team overnight, so they need to figure something out that's going to make Joe Burrow happy.
Mm-hmm.
If it were me, I would, at this point, I would bolster the offensive line in whatever way you can this offseason. Say fuck the defense and just see if Joe Burrow can win 45-40 every week, because I genuinely think he probably could. They could make the play. But he can if he's got an offensive line. That's the problem. The year that he made the Super Bowl, he had the shitty-ass offensive line. If they made it great, this offense would be the best one in the league without a doubt, not even close. They wouldn't need a great defense. They would need a good defense. Now, they're not going to win they're not going to be probably the 1 seed, but like, they will be consistent playoff contenders right now if they fix the offensive line.
Yeah, but defense wins championships at the end of the day. That my New Year's resolution is build a defense. Build a defense.
We'll be sitting here.
Joe Burrow some help.
Resolutions.
This is the problem with, non-ball knowers being in executive positions. They read the media. They read the tea leaves all wrong. Yep. I need to keep my guys. We need to put up 50 points a game. We need to have our stats. It needs to look pretty. Yeah. We need to throw a pretty ball. But the problem is you can't stop a nosebleed.
Yep.
Like, you had Tanner McKee carving your first team defense up in preseason.
Yeah.
That's a problem. And they've been, since Joe Burrow got back, they did get a little bit better.
Yeah.
But they were atrocious for most of the season. Can't win. As you see, you can't win like that.
Yep.
You can't even make the playoffs like that. Build a defense. Doesn't have to be great. You can build it in the draft. So look at what Howie Roseman's done with our defense. You can build a cheap, young, talented defense through the draft. It's going to take time.
Yep.
And who knows how much time Joe Burrow has left. But, which is crazy to say that, by the way. But it's just a matter of the situation. You're already losing Trey Hendrickson this offseason. Something's got to give. Or else blow it up.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cleveland Browns. For me, admit your mistakes. Just admit your mistakes. You should have never let Baker walk. You should have never gave number 4 that contract. You should have never drafted 2 quarterbacks, with the better one being the second one you drafted, and then get into a situation where you can't play that guy because you just drafted one that's quote-unquote better than him.
Mm-hmm.
Your legendary defensive end, arguably one of the greatest defensive players of all time, doesn't love you anymore. Your corner, who was a star early on in his career, who's not putting in any effort anymore because he don't give a fuck, Denzel Ward, wants out too. Kevin Stefanski looks like an idiot, even though he's been a coach of the year candidate with an average to below average offense, and team in general. Like, they need to just own their mistakes, nuke the whole team, and give up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Admit your mistakes.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one. I would probably say same.
Yeah.
Everything. New Year's resolution is where do I start? Because there's many mistakes from top to bottom that have been had on the Cleveland Browns.
Yep.
Pick one, start there, and then just keep working.
Yeah.
It's pure purgatory.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's all I got, Cleveland.
Yep.
Start somewhere.
Yeah.
You got a lot to fix.
If I could throw a side one in there, break up with your wife. She's cheating on you. Myles Garrett once out. Doesn't matter how much money you give him.
Yeah, but the wife's a gold digger and she needs her half.
Yeah,
she needs her bag. She's gonna get her bag.
Give me my guaranteed contract, and then give me my guaranteed contract, and you can trade me.
That's what Myles Garrett did.
Because I'll play nice at Christmas and Thanksgiving, but when the new year hits, I'm out.
Yeah. Because listen, we would have given you 3 first-rounders for him. Y'all said no.
Yeah, another mistake.
That would have been wild.
Yep.
But
anyway, Dallas Cowboys assassinate Jerry Jones.
No, keep Jerry Jones around as long as humanly possible. That is the New Year's resolution. Jerry Jones has been absolutely cooking.
Yeah.
Over the last 30 plus years with the Dallas Cowboys. Masterful job. Jerry, you are a master pimp. Keep it going. Keep this man around till he's 195 years old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. If I'm being realistic, I think they need to double down on the offense. Like, this offensive unit has been fun as hell this season. It's been great, consistently great. Dak has been awesome this season. They're not winning much, so he's not getting much credit. They need to go out and change that defense if we're going to give them something legit to do. But we know they're not going to do it because Jerry Jones runs the team. That's why my resolution is to assassinate him.
That's kind of wild. You got to keep bro around.
Look
at the empire he's built.
That's cool.
I know it's been 30 years since they won a Super Bowl, but that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter in Dallas. It's all about the brand.
I guess
he's built quite the brand. I
mean, it's all about money for one man. That's the thing, though. It's not even like it's something that's like benefiting everybody. Like, because every team pays their best players. Every team does something for their city. They bring in revenue. Maybe not the Rams, but every team does that. So them constantly doubling down on trying to make as much money as possible does nothing for anybody but Jerry Jones. What's he going to do with it at this point?
He's going to give it to Steven.
I guess.
Got to keep the family. Got to keep the family good. Yeah. Hey, that's what I got. Keep Jerry Wayne Jones active, cognitive, and alive as long as humanly possible. He is a master. He knows just what to do to keep the Cowboys relevant enough and good enough that fans don't blow a head gasket. I mean, you saw it this year. Yeah. They were ass. They were 3-5-1.
Yeah.
And everybody's the outrage. Mm-hmm. What'd they do? Trade deadline. Traded for Mr. Bless You, Thank You.
Yep.
Traded for Logan Wilson. And they went on a little bit of a run, and everybody shut the fuck up.
Right. Yeah. Bro, I swear, I think the Cowboys have the least amount of ball knowers in their fandom. Because, I would be... At least I know my team's garbage, and, at least we're trying something. Dallas is just, Band-Aid on Band-Aid on Band-Aid on Band-Aid.
That's what they've been doing the last 30 years. It's hilarious. It's crazy to think, that's how they're run. Because, if it was me, I would have totally committed to the tank, got a high draft pick, and just started working on in the draft.
Right.
But, hey, Jerry Wayne Jones.
Yep. All right. Denver Broncos. My resolution for them is don't act like you're the best team in the league. Don't, because you're young, you don't know what you don't know, and you've got some holes that you need to improve on. They need depth in that wide receiver room, right?
Yeah.
That defense, I wouldn't really change a thing other than try to get some depth through the draft. But they need to just understand and treat it like they're not the best team in the league. Because I think right now They're probably the best roster in football, top to bottom. They are, dude. The way they're playing, they are.
On the field, yeah.
Yeah.
On paper, no.
No, not on paper, but like on field performance, production, like they are the best team in the league. They should not treat themselves as such. That's my resolution for them.
Yeah. I would say act like you've been there before, even though you haven't. They're obviously a Super Bowl contender. They're probably, in my opinion, they're the best team in the AFC. So act like you've been there before. You're probably going to get the 1 seed. Playoffs are going to run through you. You're probably going to make the Super Bowl if Bo Nix doesn't choke, but we won't know until we get there. So we'll see. I think Bo has some dog in him.
Oh yeah.
And obviously the defense is going to help a lot too. So I would say act like you've been there before, even though you haven't.
Yeah.
Because like as much as the holes that they have and as much as things in the NFL, change around, obviously this team's young and they're going to be here for a while. Capitalize on this, because look at Washington. I hate to go back to Washington, but like, look at Washington. They had the season that they had, and it's like, okay, like they're going to be around for a while. Well, they're not. So I would say they got a young team. They got cap space that they're not filled with, old heads. So act like you've been there before. And plus, too, like Kansas City's not there. You are the class of your division.
Yep. And you will be moving forward if Kansas City doesn't clean up their shit.
Yeah.
Next year, Kansas City starts behind you. That's what you know what I mean? We're all at the same level, but they start behind you because they got more to work on.
Yep.
Detroit Lions. For me, it's find a defensive coordinator that you think can be a top of the league guy. Like they need, because they're gonna always commit to the offensive side of the ball as long as they have the talent that they have on it. They need to get the most out of less on that defense. And they haven't done that, I think, maybe since last year with Aaron and Glenn. I think they need to find another archetype like that can get you more with less. Because truthfully, we don't think they need a top 10 to 5 defense in the league to like get the job done. Maybe to like be comfortable knowing they can win the Super Bowl. But like with the way the NFC looks right now, and that it's probably not going to get that much better moving forward outside of maybe the Bears. Like there's opportunity for the Lions, even though they missed the playoffs this year, to stay relevant and to stay in that contention spot.
Yeah. I truly believe like they'll be back next year. I mean,
I agree.
Given they're going to have a 3rd to 4th place schedule, so that's going to help them a lot. Similarly, like to the 49ers this year. I would say accept the retool.
Yeah.
And go for it next year. Put all your chips into 2026, 27, because they're going to have a good opportunity with the schedule to make a run at it.
Yeah.
Specifically on the defense, I know you said they don't really need a top 10 defense. So if you can get more with less, but address the depth, because I mean, they are probably the most unluckiest team when it comes to injuries, especially on that defense, because they have lost so many players.
Yeah, they don't need to go star hunting. They just need to go like scheme and depth hunting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So accept the retool and go for it next year.
Yep. All right. Green Bay Packers. Mine is capitalize on the value of the offensive of the wide receiver room. Trade one of them, trade 2 of them, get some draft capital, or go out and get another player of some sort. The problem with having so many players that can do a lot of things average to slightly above average is that you don't necessarily have something you can rely on. Like when the going gets tough, it looked like it was going to be Tucker Kraft. And it probably still could be. But I think you need a guy on the outside that you can trust, you can go to. Like Cortland Sutton may not be a top 20 wide receiver, but we know when the going gets tough, that's where the ball's going.
Yeah.
I can't really confidently say that about anybody on this Packers team.
I mean, because 1 week it's Christian Watson,
right?
The next is Romeo Dobbs, the other it's Jaden Reed.
Right. And then the next
one.
week, 3 of those guys don't get a combined 4 targets because Matthew Golden and Tavion Wicks go off. Like,
right.
Yeah, they
Well,
need
they
to
got Bo Melton coming in the cut too.
Yes, they need to capitalize on the youth and the value of that wide receiver room and make a move.
Yeah. I'm probably right there with you. I'd say try again next year.
Yeah, they had a good defensively. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they made a swing with Micah Parsons and it worked out well until the injury, but yeah, offensively they need to, similarly to Buffalo, like and not to say that it is as ass as Buffalo, like their receiver core is better, but it's just more unproven, inconsistent because there's so many young guys. You just need, and that's fine, but you need like one, like Cortland Sutton type or
right. And guys don't get confident by getting 8 targets one week and then 3 straight weeks you get a combined 5. Like that doesn't help an offensive player grow. Some guys are like they can get in where they fit in, but like if you're trying to like chase a Super Bowl, you need a guy that like you can rely on, and that he may have a down week, he may have an up week, but if the going gets tough, he's getting the ball. Jamar Chase has had games this year where he's got less than 5 targets. It's happened, but we know wouldn't have been the case if it was a close game late in the 4th. So
yep. Absolutely.
All right. Houston Texans. Man. I'm just going to say wait for Joe Mixon.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't see a problem other than that. Like, I mean,
yeah. They've been playing so well. That defense has been top tier, and CJ Stroud's kind of coming into his own now.
Yeah, year 3.
Get
the bad vibes of last year off your back. Another year, with these receivers and stuff. They're gonna get Tank Dell back next year.
Yeah. I'd say wait till next year.
Yeah, we'll see.
Healthy.
Yeah. Indianapolis Colts. Lick your wounds. I mean,
yeah.
I really like, we all bought into them, and I still am bought into them as a team. But Daniel Jones contract year, are they going to be willing to put that money into him? It's like,
right.
We thought maybe 10 weeks ago that they had answers. I think they've got more questions now than they did going into this year.
Yeah.
Because at least they had a guy picked out. Now it's like Anthony Richardson's a bum. The Phillip Rivers experiment worked out until it didn't.
He's not coming back, obviously. Daniel Jones.
We don't know. Daniel Jones could get a bag from a number of teams in the league. Like,
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I'd probably just say, like, reload and fight the storm, because you
can get Daniel Jones on a budget.
Yeah, and not to mention, I mean, the trade for Sauce, giving up what they gave up.
Yeah,
that was a swing and a miss. So they are really, they're really.
Yeah, that really trade's looking excellent for us right now.
Yeah, hey, good for you, bro. I'm glad y'all finally did something good.
That's the Quinn and Williams trade. Honestly, he's playing good for Dallas, but I mean, he's not Micah Parsons. He's not making them a top 10 unit. Right. Okay. Yeah. Jacksonville Jaguars. We're sticking around in the AFC West here. The AFC North, South, AFC South. Yeah, Jacksonville Jaguars. I don't. Honestly, my resolution for them is to pay attention to Trevor Lawrence in this playoff run very, very closely.
Yeah.
Because he's been fun this year, and they've been really good, and they've got an awesome offense, and I think their defense is pretty good, and Liam Cohen is awesome. But Trevor Lawrence might lose them a playoff. He might be the reason they lose a playoff game, because he can't hold on to the ball. He's turned into a Josh Allen archetype this year, where he's passing and rushing for touchdowns every single game. Like, you know that how Josh Allen like broke the record for like most games for a quarterback with a passing touchdown and a rushing touchdown. That's where Trevor Lawrence is kind of finding his groove. But he's still not holding on to the ball. It's picks or it's fumbles. He's not. I don't see him winning games with his arm. I just don't see it.
Yeah, but sometimes they won't. A quarterback may not have to win games with his arm, but sometimes he will. So that's the kind of catch-22. I would say ride it out.
Yeah,
you're this deep. You traded for Jacoby Myers, so
Who's
offensively, I feel like you're set.
Yeah,
for the most part. I mean, as much as you can do. I'm not saying like Brian Thomas and Jacoby Myers are better than any of the receiver cores that some of these other contenders have, but it's up there. But like they've done just about as much as they could do, and now it's just let's ride this thing out with Trevor Lawrence and see where we land.
Yeah.
So I would say just stay the course, ride it out, see where it goes, because we don't know if he's gonna lose him a playoff game, if he's gonna if it's gonna click in the playoffs where he suddenly turns into Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
We'll see. All right. Kansas City Chiefs. Go into the offseason and act like Patrick Mahomes is not your quarterback. Don't go into it thinking our offense will be fine next year because we have Patrick Mahomes. Travis Kelce may not be there. He's been kind of hinting at it. Marquise Brown's probably not going to be there. You need a running back desperately. I bet they are sick and tired of Jawan Taylor jumping off sides, leading the league 5 years in a row.
Yeah.
They need to go full commit on revamping the offense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd probably say, it's time to rebuild the offense.
Yep.
So my New Year's resolution for them, kind of blow it up offensively, blow it up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Keep Rashee Rice, keep Xavier Worthy. If you want to keep Kareem Hunt as your backup back, do it. But I think they need to go.
Even that, like I don't know if I would, because they obviously desperately need a run game. Yeah. They're gonna have to address tight end at some point, which potentially maybe this offseason. They're gonna have to address wide receiver.
Yep.
Just kind of do a mini blow up retool on the offensive side of the ball. I feel like the defense is solid.
Yeah.
But it's really the offense, really, because that was really most of the issues for Kansas City. I mean, obviously, the defense can only do so much, and they kind of had a little bit of drop off too. But like when you watch these games, it's the offensive line,
right?
It's the lack of a run game, and inconsistent production at wide receiver.
Nothing's really changed with the defense, so that tells me that the offense having little success this year is directly hurting the defense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They need a pass rusher, I think, on that defense, like a legitimate one. I think they're thinking George Karlaftis is better than he is. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Las Vegas Raiders. This one's easy for me. Draft Fernando Mendoza with the number 1 pick. Yeah. The Geno Smith experiment's not working. Aiden O'Connell is not going to do it for you. It's time to go out and get yourself a young quarterback. Your offense is young now. Like, you've got Brock Bowers, you've got Ashton Genty. Like, you can go ahead and commit to the full youth movement. Because this team's not going to be ready at any point soon. I'm interested to see how much of a reaction that would get out of Max Crosby, but I don't think he's ever going to leave there. He'll voice his opinions of being pissed, but he's never going to leave.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would probably say, commit to the youth movement.
Yep.
They need a young quarterback.
Yeah.
Whether the tough thing about it is, like, even in the draft now, like, like I feel like the talent pool is just diminishing in terms of like franchise quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Like the numbers of quarterbacks out there, like they're out there, but like
yeah. There's very rarely any busts anymore, but there's not many booms.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So yeah, I'd say I'm probably there with you. Just commit to the youth movement, draft a rookie quarterback, and just build it around him.
Yep.
Because there's not really much else they can do.
Yeah.
At this point, they just keep hitting the reset button.
Yeah. All right. Let's do Los Angeles Chargers. Give me yours. I'm going to run to the bathroom quick, but I'll hear it.
All right. Yeah, they are an interesting team. LA Chargers, I would probably say I'd say they should probably retool the offense a little bit too. It's kind of been honestly underwhelming around the supporting cast around Justin Herbert. I mean, Omari and Hampton and Kamani Vidal have been solid in the backfield, and Ladd McConkey has been, he's been okay. But I just feel like they're not getting the most out of what they have. Like Ladd McConkey's cool. Keenan Allen is unk. Quentin Johnson is just inconsistent as hell. They need some more consistency around Justin Herbert, and even the offensive line has just. I mean, they've had the worst luck with injuries on the offensive line because when we came into the season, it was like they did great things in the offseason. They're going to have such a great offensive line around Justin Herbert, and then they just got decimated by injuries. But like obviously that'll be a point of emphasis, but really the outside targets I feel like they need to just stop being cheap, go get somebody for Justin Herbert other than Ladd McConkey, because the defense has been great this year.
Yep.
And the run game has been okay. But they need to pair somebody up with Ladd McConkey. Like, and I'm not talking, 38-year-old Keenan Allen. I'm talking like legit 1 or 1A, 1B type scenario.
Okay. I'm actually the exact opposite. I think they need to 100% stay the course and don't look at this year as a failure. They lost their 2 all pro level tackles this season. Joe Alt and Rashawn Slater. Those guys come back. This offense booms tremendously. I think Omarion Hampton will be looked at as a potential most improved candidate next year.
Yeah.
He might be great. Plus Kamani Vidal has been fun in certain scenarios, so him as a backup back is going to be awesome. I actually love the rotation of Ladd McConkey, Keenan Allen, and Quentin Johnson. It might be a little bit different next season with Keenan Allen 1 year older. So maybe you look to draft his replacement this season. But, dude, I think this team's ready. I just think they need to get those tackles back. I think they're 100% ready. They've got the right coach. I think the quarterback is right. We just have to see if he can, not lose. He doesn't have to necessarily win them a playoff game this year, but he can't lose them one.
Yeah.
They have to come out of this year with some type of confidence, not look at it as a success, because obviously you've been on the line for a while now, but I really do think there's legit optimism this offseason going into next year.
I think the other thing too, kind of building off of that, specifically for Justin Herbert, I feel like his New Year's resolution has to be slay the playoff demons.
Right.
Because he has just that's just been the thing, when in these quarterback conversations and legacy, he's been great in the regular season. He's talented as hell as a passer. He throws a pretty ball. He's the stereotypical quarterback.
Yep.
But in the playoffs, it's clock strikes midnight and he turns into a pumpkin.
Yep.
Blew a 27-point lead against Jacksonville, and then at the last couple years against Houston, he's just been throwing pick after pick after pick. It's been awful. So. You got a solid offensive line. Maybe it's not this season, but next season, when you got everybody and you got a good run game.
Yeah,
I think they should go get one more guy. I want to see more consistent. I want to see another consistent option outside of Ladd McConkey. I feel like
I think that's going to be a Rondé. I think that's going to be a Rondé Gadsden for them next year.
Yeah, but I mean, they still have the cap space to go get like a. I feel like a low tier one, like a Cortland Sutton or maybe like a Chris Olave. Like they'd be good with a Chris Olave. I know he's a guy we keep saying, but like just somebody that it doesn't have to be like a Jamar Chase.
No.
Just somebody that fits the scheme and can complement Ladd and Rondé Gadsden. Like that's all I feel like they really need to really, make a run at it. But yeah, it just comes down to Justin Herbert slaying his playoff demons. You're muted. Kyle got himself put in timeout for some reason. I don't know.
Got me?
What happened? Yeah.
That was weird. It automatically muted me. So Los Angeles Rams, for me, I'm going to say win or lose, say goodbye to Matthew Stafford. I think he's done after this year. I do think this team still has a legitimate chance to win the Super Bowl. I think they have everything you need. I think they've got a really good running game. I think they've got a number one receiver. I think they've got a veteran, strong, clutch quarterback, and I think they've got a good pass rush. Those things combined with good coaching can win you a Super Bowl. I'm not confident if any other team in the league right now has all of those things. So I think win or lose, say goodbye to Matthew Stafford because I think he's done. But I think they need to do whatever obviously every team's going to do whatever they can in the playoffs to win it. But like this might be the last chance for the Rams for a while. So now's the time.
I'd probably say similarly, not exactly that, but more broadly, my New Year's resolution as the LA Rams, put up or shut up.
Yeah.
Like this is it. Do it now or do it never.
Yeah.
Because you don't know like what quarterback you're gonna get. Devontae Adams has said when 9's done, I'm done. So you're already gonna lose two huge pieces on offense there. The defense is young and good, so you don't really have to worry about that. It's just, they're kind of in like early 2020s Jets situation where, you're a quarterback away. Essentially, you have a good young roster, but you're a quarterback away. And we've seen, put the wrong guy in there, blows up. So this is really like if the Rams are going to make a Super Bowl run and make the Super Bowl, like this is it.
Yeah. I will say too, if they don't get it done this year, it's not a failure because they just won one.
Right.
So like the Matthew Stafford experiment paid off already. Like everything that happens from now on is just
right. But it might take you like 2 or 3 years to get back to this position, depending on quarterback. I mean, they have quite a bit of draft capital, so they can definitely make something happen. But quarterbacks like Matthew Stafford don't grow on trees.
Yeah, but I definitely think this is it. This is arguably the best season he's ever played. He's healthy coming into the playoffs. Like this is 100% it. Right. Even if he's even if he's here next year. So
yeah, and who knows? Like depending on how things go, like if they don't win it, maybe he'll say unfinished business. I'm coming back next year, but that's it. That way, that does give them the bridge year to bring a guy in, develop under Matt. But we'll see. We don't know until it happens. So take advantage of it now because you never know what's going to happen in the future.
All right, Miami Dolphins, blow it up. Get rid of it. Tua needs to go. Don't bring back Tyreek. Trade Jalen for capital. Fire Mike McDaniel. Like it's all done. It's done. The experiment failed. There's no sight of future success. Devon Achane, get rid of him. Like it needs to compete. This needs to get the number one pick next year.
Yep, I'm right there with you. Hit the reset button. Obviously, Tua's not going to be back next year.
Yep.
So yeah, do what you can to just rebuild it.
Yeah. Let it fall apart.
It's a shame. It's a fun team, but
yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like among
go.
the injuries and the fact that Tua just doesn't play well in pressure. Under pressure,
I really think that his head I really think it's a real thing for him.
Yeah.
All right. Minnesota Vikings. Get someone from PR to spend more time with JJ McCarthy. This whole 9 persona. You're the 9th worst quarterback in the league right now. That's what 9 means. Yeah. So yeah, that's my resolution. I think he's got a future. I mean, obviously it's only like full 1 year of starting, not even a full year because he got hurt. Like, give it some time. Maybe he'll develop.
Right.
But like, get someone out there from PR just to hang out with him, sit in the office with him.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'd probably say, like stay the course. I do think they're going to have to retool the defense, though, because they got some key guys that are old, like Harrison Smith.
Yeah, how the fuck is he still playing football? Yeah.
The same way BG's still playing football, bro. I don't know.
Yep.
But they're going to have to do a little mini retool there. I mean, the offense is pretty much set. They might have to go get like another back because who knows how much Aaron Jones has left in the tank after this season.
Yeah.
Jordan Mason's cool, but
Yep.
He's kind of a low tier 1 if I had to grade him. He's a good 2, but if you're gonna go that route, you got to have a by committee. And yeah, just JJ McCarthy can develop. It's just see that through. It's really the big thing.
Okay. New England Patriots, win it now. Win it now. Get it done. You may not have a better chance than now unless Drake May. Like Drake May is probably going to be the MVP this season. And it's well deserved. Yeah. They've had some good wins. Their defense is solid. I think that's probably if they need to address anything, that's where they need to go next year. But Stephon Diggs is just getting older. And he's getting more and more disconnected from, reality. I mean, there's misdemeanor charges or like felony charges on him and shit now. Mm-hmm. Christian Barrymore now has felony charges. Like, win it now. Like they can do it. Like, I would not be surprised if they're hoisting the Lombardi. I would not be surprised. So
yeah,
they need to win it now because they got some shit to do with the offseason.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm not even I'm there with you, but I feel like, offensively you're going to have to retool a little bit
I
in
agree.
the wide receiver department.
Yep.
Just cuz like Stephon Diggs isn't going to be here much
Get
longer.
A Chris Olave.
There you go. Yeah,
get Chris Olave. Everybody's trading for Chris Olave.
He's the next guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they just got to go get a younger one, because who knows what the felony stuff with Stephon Diggs. They got a good team. They can definitely go win it now. Yep. I guess the other thing too, like prove your worth. Yeah. I guess similarly to Denver, but I feel like Denver, I feel like Denver's had more statement wins against.
I don't think they have a generational one side of the ball that you only get a couple times a decade. Like that's how good I think that Denver defense is. I don't care what Smitty said in week 8. That defense is fucking legit.
I tried to give Denver the flowers. Smitty said I was,
dude, they're fucking legit. They are one of the best units I've ever watched. Like they are so good.
Yeah,
like rushing the passer, stopping the run, defense against the ball. Like
I would say for the New England, my New Year's resolution. I mean, other than retooling the offense, prove your worth.
Yep.
Because they what they won 13 games this year.
Yep.
But quality of opponent might not be as good as a Denver. Mm-hmm. You got an opportunity to prove that you're worthy of. What your record says you are in the playoffs.
Yep.
Go do it.
Agreed. Ugh. New Orleans Saints. Trade all your.
I got it.
Okay.
Build around Tyler Shuck.
What?
He's your dog.
Oh God.
Y'all got a dog and Tyler Shuck. Build around him.
You're joking, right? You're joking.
Do I look like I'm joking?
Tyler Shuck?
Yo, he's been balling, bro. Not gonna lie.
They're basically built
the
around him
box
now. Chris Olave, Alvin Kamara, like they had Rashid Shaheed. They must not believe in him because they're blowing it up.
Blow it up and build around Tyler Shuck. Kellen Moore's got his guy.
All right.
Send all the old heads out. Rebuild the roster, but you got your quarterback.
I'm gonna let you have this one. I didn't know you were that in tune with the New Orleans Saints.
Hey, have you watched some Tyler Shuck tape?
No.
And go watch some tape and get back to me, bro.
That might be the last starting quarterback I would probably watch. If I had to rank him, that might be last.
I'm not gonna lie though, he's had some pretty good games this year, especially like as of late.
Mm-hmm.
He has been balling.
Yeah.
And he's looked at, obviously he's a rookie, and he's also had rookie moments, but and the Saints are ass. But he's got some bright spots. He's shown some bright spots. He's got potential.
Are we going to look at talking about Tyler Shuck potentially leading the Saints to a wild card in a couple of years?
Possibly.
All right.
Potentially.
Shit.
We'll see.
Okay. I respect that. I'm not going to give nothing. I respect that. All right.
What you got?
For the Saints?
Yeah.
Trade them all. Get rid of everybody. Capitalize on Chris Olave, Alvin Kamara, Demario Davis, all of them. Get rid of them all. Cam Johnson. Hell, trade Kellen Moore. Get rid of all of them. Like, just
I'll trade for Kellen Moore.
Trade it down to where you are insufficient for how many players you have on your roster. Just gut it completely. They're in cap hell. They cannot keep going.
They got to get out of cap hell. But hey, they got their quarterback.
Tyler Shuck. All right.
Tyler Shuck.
All right. Yeah. New York Giants. For me, get a hot shot offensive coordinator, like rookie offensive coordinator. That's what I would do. I think they need to like capitalize on what they've got right now. They've got a lot of youth on the offense. They need to get someone in there that knows ball and figure out which one of these guys is going to stick around and which isn't. Because I think Jackson Dart has opportunity to be really good. We know Malik Neighbors is great. Wan'Dale Robinson having his first career 1,000-yard season. My guy. I am a Wan'Dale Robinson guy. I've been a Wan'Dale Robinson guy since last season. I know ball. Like Cam Scatteraboo, figure out if that's legit or not, or if he's just a little gremlin running around. But like, I really think they need to figure out and tear through this offense and figure out what works and what doesn't. Because I think they got a lot of talent and they can capitalize on a lot of it pretty early here. Because Jackson Dart doesn't seem like he has the type of game that's going to last super long. Same thing with Cam Scatteraboo. So yeah, they need to go in there and they need to go full like 2025 football, offensive hot shot, and just go. That's what they need to do.
I'd say find the right head coach.
Yeah.
I mean, they got a nice young roster and they're going to continue to get better. I feel like, I mean, I've said it before. I think they're on that New England Patriots timeline, but they need to find the right coach. Obviously, Dayball's a solid coach, but just things didn't work out. I don't know if, Mike Kafka is the answer. So be active in the head coaching carousel this offseason. Get the right guy and, progress through this offseason, rebuild another season and see where we're at. Because they could definitely be interesting next year. Like they were kind of interesting this year, but just injuries and they just were kind of ass. But they could be an interesting wild card potential, like Carolina team next year.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like they're going to be getting healthy. They're going to be getting Neighbors back. Wan'Dale coming into his own as a solid receiver. I still think, they should go get another, offensive piece. Definitely work on that offensive line a little bit. But
yep,
I think getting the right coach is the move.
Yeah. Okay. All right. New York Jets. For me, this one's pretty simple. Don't give up on the new regime you just put in place. Give them another year, maybe 2. Give Darren Moogie a couple off seasons to build the team he wants. Let Aaron Glenn reshape the defense and, figure out how to be a head coach. I think he's been way better than Adam Gase and Robert Saleh have ever been at a mic. And let this Tanner Engstrand guy run an offense with a sufficient enough quarterback, because I've seen drives where we've some of the drives this season, we had the most dominant running game I've ever seen. And we only get it for one drive every week. And that's it, because we can't do anything else with Justin Fields. I need to see what this regime can do with a sufficient roster built around everyone's strengths. That's what I need to see. So don't fire the regime because we had such a bad season when we had decent expectations. Yep, let him cook.
Yeah, let him cook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm probably there with you, because you think how bad the season's been.
Yep.
Oh, we'll just fire the coaches, fire everybody. Well, that just happened last year. Can't do that every season.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I would say, just full commit to the rebuild.
Yeah.
Get a quarterback.
And they've done that, I think, at this point. You don't trade Garrett Wilson because he's too young.
Right.
I think you try to keep
Hall's going to walk.
Yeah.
You traded Sauce and Quinnen Williams.
Mm-hmm.
You lost CJ Mosley to retirement.
Yep. Some guys will age out, but you're not ready to win anyways.
Commit to the rebuild. Do it the right way.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Because the NFL's designed, when you're bad, it's designed to make the bad teams good and the good team is bad. Yep. So it keeps the parity.
Absolutely.
So if you do it the right way, it's going to be easy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You just haven't done it the right way.
No. And they were close, man. They were close. They just couldn't get the quarterback. They were close.
Yep.
All right. Philadelphia Eagles. What is your New Year's resolution for the Philadelphia Eagles? I know mine, and you're going to hate it.
Mine is, don't let your ego get in the way of a potential dynasty.
True.
Reason being, Nick Sirianni, Kevin Patullo are probably the most stubborn coaches that I've ever seen.
Yep.
They do it their way. It is high, it is a lot of statistic, and we've had a lot of success with the way that we've played games.
Mm-hmm.
Particularly making sure we win the turnover battle. I think we're 95% in the Nick Sirianni era when we win the turnover battle. But just because these statistics are what they are, don't let it get in the way of the on-field product.
Yep.
Because when we play our game, we are unstoppable. Unstoppable. We have a Super Bowl caliber defense. Madden Ultimate Team offense, as we know.
Yep.
And, obviously, the people running both units matter, because Vic Fangio, best defensive coordinator in the league, our defense is humming right now. And honestly, would be the reason why, if all else remains the same, we would make a deep playoff run, because they just keep us in games. The offense, it's just run by mindless idiots. Kevin Patullo goes in the press conference this week. They ask him about running against, unideal looks in the run game. And he says, oh, well, sometimes we just got to run the ball just to run it. What? What? What are we talking about here? We're just running to run? We just got no plan?
We ain't running with a purpose, bro.
We got no purpose on offense. We just run in plays.
Yep.
And really, the mindset is We have all this talent. We're just going to out-talent you, and it doesn't matter how creative it is or how dull it is. We're still going to beat you. It's going to catch up with you, and it's going to put a damper on this dynasty window that I'm yearning for. This is what you dream of as a fan.
Yep.
And for it to be ruined by incompetence and just that is really what it is. It's incompetence that is just hamstringing this team from being truly great. Like, we can look back on this team 20, 30 years from now and say, wow, like, they were the team of the mid to late 2020s. And who knows how things work out. Maybe that's there. But, like, there's flashes of it. Certain things that we do well, we just don't come back to. And it's just like, there's just no purpose.
Yeah.
So just because we have this roster and all this talent and we're better than everybody else, don't let that ego of, oh, yeah, we're better than you get in the way of, like, we got to put our players in positions to succeed and get high percentage looks. Because at the end of the day, like, we're installing the game plan that they're going to execute. So, like, your ego is not bigger than the program.
No.
Don't forget that.
Yep.
We're trying to stack the trophy case. It ain't about your turnover battle statistic. It's about the Super Bowl statistic.
Yeah.
So that's really the main issue with the Eagles right now. I feel like on offense, we get, out to a big enough lead and we just decide, like, you know what? The defense is going to make enough plays to where we can just park the bus.
Yeah.
And shoot clock. It's lost us 2 games and we're still doing it. You don't think in the playoffs it's going to bite us in the ass? Get your shit together, because this does not happen all the time. And who knows what the timeline of the defense these guys come and do for contracts, what is that going to look like?
Yep.
We have the team now.
Don't do it.
That's my New Year's resolution. Just put your ego aside at the door.
Yeah.
And just use your critical thinking skills, because if you just put a little bit of brain power into it, we're easily going to win the Super Bowl. Easily. I truly believe that. Like, if there is an ounce of creativity and aggressiveness in the offensive scheme, we beat everybody. But that's what's hamstringing this team.
Yeah. I mostly agree. My New Year's resolution for the Eagles is win, lose, or draw in the playoffs. End the AJ Brown experiment. It's just
okay.
It's
Let me
not
hear why.
Because I feel like despite Kevin Patullo having a lot of issues, I do think that AJ Brown is a consistent reason the Eagles stay in the headline and they never fall under the radar, which is exactly what you need to do to have a successful season where you can go through mistakes, go through ups and downs, and it not really matter and not let the world end. AJ Brown has consistently win, lose. If he's not getting the ball, he's pissed. It's how it is. It's how it's been. You can track it based off of what he complains about compared to his targets that previous week. And I think that Devontae Smith can be a better AJ Brown. I think he arguably is better than AJ Brown. You have a one still there. I think you recommit to the running game, recommit to Saquon Barkley. You fix the guard situation you got. Commit to running the ball. Let Devontae Smith be your one. You can go out and get a 2. That's much easier to get because you're going to have assets from an AJ Brown trade. I like what you have in Dallas Goedert. I think that is more than enough. I think you've got an abundance of riches to where it won't really hurt the team that bad to let an A.J. Brown go, because Devontae Smith, I think, is ready to step right into that 1,600 yard echelon and just run it with that. That's what I would do. I think you're gonna have way less headaches. And honestly, I can't see the offense falling off that much because, one, it hasn't been all great that year because of the offensive coordinator. And two, I think it's just there's so much abundance of riches that you can lose an A.J. Brown and be perfectly fine.
I disagree. I think if anything, you got to end the Landon Dickerson experiment.
Sure.
Like, he's good when healthy, but the injuries have just, it's hurt his performance. I mean, even this year, he's been all banged up. He hasn't been the player that, he was last year. And really, the offensive line as a unit, I would probably start there and retool there because, for as much as AJ Brown has, complained to the media, I still believe this is not an AJ Brown issue. This is a offensive line and coaching issue that we're seeing. You need an AJ Brown on your team to win a Super Bowl. I know that because I've been through that.
I think you
need
have
an
it,
AJ Brown on your team.
I think you have it. I think Devontae Smith is that.
No, we have it. It's AJ Brown, bro.
No,
we have it already.
Devontae Smith is that.
I'm telling you, if we trade AJ Brown, we are not winning another Super Bowl.
I think you are.
I don't think so, bro. I don't think so.
Maybe.
AJ's my dog. Like, no bias whatsoever, but he is a top 5 wide receiver. We just have coaches that have not utilized the guys to their fullest potential at all this season. And the offensive line has sucked. It's not his fault. No. But it's also not his fault that the offensive coordinator doesn't know how to use his personnel.
Fair.
And that's what's hamstringing this team.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some tough decisions to make over the next few years as the timeline continues with the defense coming up for contracts. Could that be a place to cut bait? I mean, we'll see, but I don't think, we're trying to build a program. We're trying to build a dynasty. He's not a guy that you just leave, let just give away. Obviously, wouldn't give away for nothing, but like he is a pivotal part of our team. You can't give that up.
I don't think so.
Well, you ain't an Eagles fan. You wouldn't know.
I don't think he is, because you guys still win 11 some games when he's bitching and moaning and not getting the ball. So get rid of him. Get rid of the headache. Lock in on football.
No, the headache is Kevin Patullo. Get rid of the headache. Get rid of Kevin Patullo. I had a headache when I heard him say, "Oh, we run the ball just to run it." That gave me a headache, bro.
That's fair. That's fair. All right, let's run through these last 6 because you got to go to bed. So, Pittsburgh Steelers. For me, I think it's blow it up if you lose. Like, it's done. They're not going to get into a better position with the roster that they have. They need to blow it up if they're done. That means Mike Tomlin's got to go. TJ Watt needs to go. Aaron Rodgers is probably done. The DK Metcalf thing has been fun, but like they utilize him 1 week and then 3 weeks in a row, he's got like 4 catches for like 16 yards. I think it's kind of now or never. You've got your division.
It's never.
You've got your division. You're not going to have it again next year because whether we think Lamar's great or not, they're probably going to win 12 games or more next year. They need to blow it up if it doesn't work.
Yeah. I'm right there with you. The old team, Aaron Rodgers is out the door. They're going to be back in the QB carousel. I guess the New Year's resolution is do whatever you can to be 9-8.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing they have going for them.
But really, it's just stay the course.
Yeah.
All right. San Francisco 49ers. God. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to do a very, very, very biased recent one. Mine's going to be beat the Seahawks. this week. Beat the Seahawks. Get the number 1 seed. Beat the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my New Year's resolution for me. They're going to be fine next year. They're going to be fine in the offseason. Beat the Seahawks. Get the 1 seed. Get the 1 week of rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say capitalize on it now. You have an opportunity. Go for it.
Yep. Yeah. They're the hottest team going into the playoffs in the NFC.
Yeah, they're probably the scariest team going into the playoffs, just playing like just on-field product-wise. The offense is humming. The defense is, they made enough plays to, not cost them a game.
Yep.
Kyle Shanahan has to slay his playoff demons.
Yep.
So I'd say that's probably it. You have the opportunity, go slay your playoff demons. Because that's the one team, like for me, as an Eagles fan, they're probably the one team that I worry about the most in the playoffs. Obviously, like the Rams are one. Chicago's been playing well, but like the Niners, they have guys with experience, deep playoff runs, getting to Super Bowls. Obviously, the scheme is always good with Kyle Shanahan. They're a team. If they get that 1 seed, I would not be shocked if they are hosting the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and I don't want them to, because I think we're better than them.
Yep.
Talent wise, but they're just a well-oiled machine right now.
They are.
So capitalize on it.
Okay. All right, next Seattle Seahawks. For me, it's don't play to lose going into the playoffs. Don't shorten the playbook because you have Sam Darnold and you're worried about him making mistakes. Open up the playbook, let him cook. If it doesn't work, fine, you tried, but don't let yourself get beaten because you're too scared to let Sam Darnold sling the ball. Do what you've been doing all year. Just let it ride. Go for it. Like, I think they need to be getting the Jackson Smith-Njigba the ball 15 times a game. They need to be throwing it to him as much as possible. They need to be running the ball. They need to just completely open up this team because it's got potential to make a deep run. You just gotta treat Sam Darnold and trust him like he's the top guy, and he might make top guy plays for you. If he doesn't, then we'll deal with that later. But just don't play to lose.
Yeah,
I could see it. The Vikings did that.
Yeah, I would say yeah. Put all your chips on the table, shock the world, go all in. I'm one that thinks they are kind of fraudulent because of Sam Darnold. Prove me wrong. Yep. They have the defense, to make a deep playoff run. It's just a matter of, can Sam Darnold put it together in the playoffs? We'll see.
Yep.
But yeah, just play loose. Like, they don't have anything to lose.
No.
We didn't even think the Seahawks would be a playoff team this year.
No.
But here they are.
We're like Cooper Kupp and Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, here we are.
Yep.
All right. Tampa Bay Buccaneers, dude.
Blow it up. Blow it up.
You think so?
Blow it up.
I think what they need to do is they need to swap from a defensive coach to an offensive coach.
Yeah.
All their horses are on the offensive side of the ball. They've got a good defense, but I think they just need to flip it. They need to go full offense, just commit to it. Baker Mayfield has proven, if he's given good play calling, he can play top 6 quarterback in the league consistently.
He's also proven to lose 8 of his last 9, which is wild.
Yeah, right. But
that's not being talked about enough. I know that
Tampa
has just quietly exited stage right. But for the fanfare that they were getting in September, it needs to be talked about a little bit more, because I know if my team lost 8 of their last 9, I would not live it down.
That's on me. But it is true though. He had such a great season last year. It's just he's been continuously building on it. I think they've kind of hit a peak, and that's kind of why they're falling off, because if you're not getting better, you're getting worse.
Yeah. I think that too in the offseason. They didn't really do much anything.
And that it's kind of showing now. It's kind of showing now.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I would say probably just, retool. Retool.
Yeah, I think the Chris Godwin, Mike Evans thing's done. I think they're a little too old now. Mike Evans, maybe they can hold on to, but Chris Godwin should go.
They have some guys on that roster that are aging out. Not only them, but just other position groups. You just gotta like Levante David. He's probably out at some point, maybe this year, next year. That's another one. You just got to retool, hit a little bit of a youth movement reset. Not a complete blow it up, but just
they need a dominant edge rusher. That defense would be so much more fun if it had a dominant edge rusher. Because Vita Vea is awesome up the middle, but he's not getting after the passer.
It's a shame Hassan Reddick ain't what he was.
Yeah, imagine they got like Eagles
2022 Hassan Reddick.
Like, that'd be fucking fun. Well, he was just a sack hunter back then.
Yeah, he was dog. He was dog though.
Yeah. All right, 2 more teams. Tennessee Titans. Pray. Yeah, pray. Hope that Cam Ward works out.
Yeah. I think
he's gotten better throughout the year. You kind of just got to wait. Like, honestly, it's like kind of just sit back and wait for the clock to strike 2028, and maybe you'll be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Find a purpose.
Yeah. Lastly, Washington Commanders. Stop playing seesaw with your roster. Commit to youth or commit to old. Pick one.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say going back to our little analogy before, stop cooking your meat in the microwave. Cook it the right way.
Yeah. Bro's cooking their whole block of ground beef instead of mashing it up in a pan, it's just throwing it on the grill.
They just taking it straight out the freezer and throwing it in the microwave to thaw it out. It don't work.
It's not sitting on the counter or in the fridge like it should. It's going right into the microwave.
Chicago took it out. Chicago took it out the freezer, let it sit there overnight to thaw naturally. Then they threw it on the grill a couple hours, whatever. Washington's just taking that shit straight out the freezer, right in their microwave or right in the
5
pan.
minutes on high.
Yeah. Then they put it right in the pan. Just knock it out of the styrofoam container.
Yep.
The styrofoam container still stuck on it in the pan.
Yep. Yeah.
I would say definitely commit to one. They really have themselves in a bit of a pickle because the draft capital they have is not much next year. So they really do have themselves in a tough situation. They are going to have to do like a mini rebuild.
Yeah,
which not ideal. When you do rebuilds like this and get a franchise quarterback, you want to organically build the team through the draft and logically trading and signing free agents that they might not be over the hill, but they're not young either. Like the 25 to 29 range. Yep. That's where you want an impact players because that's where they're the best athletically,
right?
And ability wise at times. Washington, and that comes from ownership. Washington, they were on that Chicago Bears trajectory. They kind of overperformed last year, and ownership and the general manager was like, we're just going to surround this thing with a bunch of we're going to go on the free agents section and just pluck every guy off of there.
Yep. Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm with you there. That's probably what I would do too. Commit to one.
Yep. All right. That's it. That's all our resolutions. Let's see if any of them fall through with it. They probably won't because no one falls through with their New Year's resolutions. So
no, they won't. Especially the Eagles. We're going to let ego get in the way of this dynastic run we have right at our fingertips.
Yep. Yeah, like this is the most gettable Super Bowl I've seen in such a long time. Like,
yeah, I know. That's why like the way we're being coached and the way our scheme is being schemed really pisses me off because I truly believe if we had a guy like Clint Kubiak running the show, we would be undefeated. And I'm not even like exaggerating.
The
Like,
team's there.
it's there. That's what I'm
Mhm.
saying. Like, it is there. It's just we're run by idiots.
Y'all just don't want it bad enough.
No, our leadership on the coaching department, outside of Vic, because Vic's a dog.
Mhm.
Outside of that, their egos get too big.
You know, to close it out, you know what, similar to the let's nuke the steak in the microwave. The Eagles are, let's take the frozen steak out and put it out on the sidewalk. Just let it defrost and let it cook. Just let nature do it, because we don't want to put in any effort. Let nature take care of it. Yeah, that's what you guys are doing.
Yeah, I don't know. Before we get out of here, though, I do want to touch on the playoff bracket.
Yep.
And some of the Week 18
Mm-hmm.
matchups. There's not many, just because most of these teams are pretty much locked in.
Mm-hmm.
To their respective seeds.
Yeah.
Really, it comes down to the NFC South.
Yep, NFC South. I've kind of got like a list here for you, so I can run through this. So Denver and New England both clinched their divisions. They're fighting for the 1 seed this week. So, Jacksonville and Houston, I believe, are both fighting for the win of that division. They play this week.
Yeah. Yes. So
home field. Yeah.
Yeah. So if Jacksonville loses and Houston wins, they would flip seeds.
Yep.
Jacksonville obviously wins, then nothing changes.
Yeah. Yep. So there's that. Pittsburgh and Baltimore, they play each other Sunday night. That is for the division
and for a playoff spot.
Yep, and for a playoff spot. So it's win and you're in. It's win and you get a home playoff game.
Yep.
So big swing there. And then it kind of looks like the Chargers, Buffalo, and Houston, they're just bouncing around the 5, 6, 7 seed. It's not really going to change much other than just who their opponent is. In the NFC, Seahawks and the Niners are fighting for the 1 seed.
Yeah.
Yep, and the division win and the 1 seed. So really, it's like a home playoff game and a bye. So it's a big drop. The Bears have clinched their division. They're just fighting for the 2 or 3 seed, basically for opponent.
Yep.
Carolina Panthers and the Bucks are fighting for a playoff berth and a home playoff game to win their division.
Yep. Similarly to the AFC North.
Yep. Correct. And other than that, it's probably not going to move around much. I think the Rams are probably locked in at 6, and the Packers are probably locked in at 7. So actually, the Packers for sure are locked in at 7. So that's where we're at.
The 6, 7 seeds.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things could move. I think the AFC is a little bit more fluid when it comes to seeding.
Yeah.
Just kind of playing with these matchup sliders. So we'll see kind of how things shake out. Because definitely like Chargers Broncos is going to be one where they're playing starters. I think the Patriots are obviously going to have to play starters.
Yep.
But like NFC side, it's really the Seahawks and 49ers for that 1 seed, and Carolina, Tampa for a playoff spot. And then depending on, Detroit and Chicago, I think we could beat Washington with our backups because we're sitting our starters.
Yeah.
Daniels, that's probably like we can move to 2 versus 3, but we'll see. So really, everything's set for the most part. We're just waiting on Baltimore and Pittsburgh and Carolina and Tampa.
Yeah.
Do you want to pick? You want to give your thoughts on those games? Who do you think wins the win in your in games for those 2 teams? Let's start with Baltimore and Pittsburgh.
Baltimore and Pittsburgh. Where is it?
So Baltimore is going into Pittsburgh, take on the Steelers. Lamar Jackson is playing.
What's the weather looking like? Sunday, 32 degrees, no snow.
Football weather.
I'm gonna say the Ravens. Because I think the type of weather actually, you know what? No, I changed my mind. They have Aaron Rodgers at quarterback. Aaron Rodgers played in Green Bay his entire career. Give me the Steelers.
Yeah, it's interesting because Pittsburgh is actually a 3.5-point dog at home.
Mm-hmm.
They did just lose Darnell Washington. It's tough. It's really tough. It really depends on like how well Lamar plays, and I feel like how Baltimore could get the run game going.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna go. Oh man,
I'm gonna go Pittsburgh because they're at home. Football weather. I like Aaron Rodgers in that situation. I don't think he needs to necessarily play great to win either.
Right.
Because Lamar has not been himself.
That's true. He's been dealing with that back injury and it's really been messing with him. Like I feel like Baltimore just doesn't have anything to lose, and Pittsburgh has everything to lose, which is why I'm kind of leaning Baltimore here.
Mm-hmm.
But Pittsburgh is probably the better team at home. I could really see it going both ways, but I'm gonna side with Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
I think as long as Lamar Jackson doesn't get hurt, I think they're gonna win this game, and Pittsburgh's gonna fulfill the prophecy of 9-8 again.
Yeah, they could. All right,
we'll see.
I'll take Pittsburgh. You take Baltimore. The winning you're in games, Carolina versus the Bucks. Bucks are at home. Bucks coming off 4 straight losses. Carolina coming off of a loss.
Mm-hmm. This is a genuine mid-off for the NFC South.
I can't see Carolina beating them twice. That's my thing. If the Bucks won one earlier, I could see it. This Bucks team has a lot of experience compared to this Panthers team. This is like a position that Baker always plays well in. He has his entire career.
Yeah.
Say what you want about down years and shit like that, but when it comes to like he makes the playoffs and his team's got a chance to win, he's done it. Yeah, I don't think the Panthers are there yet. I think next year they'll comfortably win the division if the Bucks don't really change much. The Bucks just got healthy at the perfect time. Yeah, they've lost 4 in a row, but they have the whole fucking squad ready to go. I can't see Carolina, Bryce Young going into that stadium and beating a division rival on the road for the second time in the same year. Like I just can't see it. If they do it, fantastic, and they could do it. And it's not like even a Baker thing; it's a situation thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'm gonna take the Bucks.
Honestly, I'm feeling Carolina.
Okay,
I am. I think whoever wins this is just going to get slaughtered in the first round by whoever the 5th seed is, whether it's San Fran or Seattle.
Yeah, that's tough, dude.
Yeah, I think I don't know. I like Tampa is the better team and they are the more experienced team, but I just haven't seen it from them. I just haven't.
Yeah.
Carolina has been very up and down and hit or miss, but when they're on, they're on.
Yep.
This is just another one of those games where it's just, up in the air. We'll see what happens, but I just don't see it with Tampa.
Yeah.
I don't. And I could be wrong. I could see them, the experience factor, coming out on top, and then they host a playoff game at 8-9 again.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, I don't know. I'm gonna lean Carolina. I just feel like they've been playing a little bit better.
Yeah.
Granted, top end talent, they're probably not as good as Tampa, but they've been playing better.
Yeah, I agree. Okay.
It's gonna be tough though. I can see it going both ways in both games.
I agree. We got some good ball this weekend.
Yeah, we do. We definitely do.
Weird.
And
no
then
Monday Night Football
obviously
this week.
Obviously the playoffs.
Yep.
Playoffs next week.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll definitely do that next week. We'll run through the playoff predictor.
Yep, as we usually
do our
do.
bracket as we always do. Last year I was correct. Eagles Super Bowl champs.
Yep. The year before that, I picked all but one game.
You did, yeah.
Yep.
Even though we didn't even do it last year because Lowe's had my boy in the stranglehold. But if we did, I would have been correct because I would have picked the Eagles.
We will 100% be here pretty much all throughout the playoffs. I don't have any scheduling restraints at least the next 3 weeks out. We'll see once we get towards because my schedule's only 3 weeks out. But we'll be able to lock in either Wednesday or Thursday nights moving forward, and we'll be able to be here for the playoff hunt. I'm excited.
Yeah, bro. I'm definitely excited. We missed you last year. Shout out to Smitty and DV. I was on Inside the Nest all throughout the playoffs last year. It was a movie. But it ain't the same when my boy ain't there.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe the Eagles lose whenever I'm around. That's the problem.
It's time for you to go 0 dark 30 playoff time.
Yeah.
It would have.
It's gonna be a black screen, no mic when we do the pod. You should be talking to yourself.
Yeah. It would have been the legendary time though, legendary run for the Day One podcast if I was able to talk my shit all throughout the playoffs because I know Kyle's ass would have been picking against us every week.
Yeah.
But I was calling them shits out. First round against the Packers, I was like, we did like our hot takes. I was like, hot take: Jordan Love throws 3 picks. Guess what? Bro goes out and throws 3 picks in a loss.
Yep.
But yeah, it'll be fun, and Smitty will be on with us as well. So we'll be getting it going for the playoffs, full steam ahead.
Yep.
But otherwise, I got nothing.
All right. With that, nope. It's been the Day One podcast. We appreciate y'all listening. Lock in next week. We will be here for the playoffs. It's a super exciting time. These playoffs are going to be legendary. I can feel it. Once the playoffs wrap up, we're straight into the offseason. We'll be talking basketball, I'm sure. I'd really like to try to dive into it as much as possible. Once football season's over, I'd like to really try that this year. But make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend, whether you're on a boat, bus, or plane. You can get the Day One podcast content anywhere in the world. So go down to your local Sprint Mobile, get the 4 for $100 line package deal for you and your family. $25 a line. You can't beat it. You know what I'm saying? Even y'all on minimum wage working at McDonald's saying you can't do any better with your life, you guys can afford that. So, get out there, do what you got to do. Because you don't want to miss anything here. So leave a like, subscribe. We appreciate y'all. I'm Kyle. That's Anthony. See y'all later.
Peace.